Hello, Ria Cole. So we have heard of Colleen Hoover. We have heard of 50 Shades of Grey. We have heard of After. I'm making it my goal to write the worst book in existence. Because my plan is to assimilate all of the worst tropes and outline it. This video is inspired by the Abby Emmons video in which she uses the tropes to try and make the best book. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let's make the worst book. I asked ChatGPT what's some of the worst things. For love triangles, we obviously need to have one girl and two guys. Then for the chosen one, okay, so the main character is this girl who has like zero experience in any sort of combat or like any sort of brains or anything, but somehow is the chosen one, and somehow the prophecy has said it's her and no one else can save the world apart from her. Then we have the overpowered protagonist. So she literally does nothing, but then she can just get super OP for no reason. Then evil for evil's sake. Yeah, so the villain, we're gonna make the villain just some random guy, and his plan is to destroy the world, but his motivation is because he's evil. Then Mary Sue. Okay, so the main character can be a Mary Sue because she has zero flaws apart from being too smart. She's not like the other girls. And she's clumsy and too caring. What a real human being. And then we're gonna have miscommunication. Okay, let's say the entire plot can be solved by just having the actual characters communicate. But instead it just turns into miscommunication because it's so annoying when I'm reading like a romance or something and then these two characters have a huge argument. Actually, let's do that. So like the two romantic characters are having a huge argument, but it's just because of a miscommunication. But instead of talking to each other, it just goes on for the entire book of their argument, whereas if they just had like a 2-second conversation, the entire issues would have been solved. So for the prophecy, we need the prophecy to literally spoil the entire plot. The prophecy could say plot twist, plot twist. So anyways, then I also decided to write down what I thought was in the worst novel. Okay, and I'm just gonna assume everyone has the same opinions as me, okay? So first of all, Colleen Hoover names. So obviously this book needs to basically just be co-written, like written by me and then co-written by Colleen. So we need the main character's name to be like Chrysanthemum Dandelion Sunflower. So obviously we need to have the Colleen Hoover romanticization of abuse. So in the love triangle, one of the characters can just be called Bad Boy. Bad Boy is really abusive, and then the other guy in the love triangle is really nice, and then she just goes for the abusive one. And Bad Boy needs to be a vampire. Oh my gosh, for characters, we can also have the main character has two best friends. One's called Black and one is called Gay. Actually, no, let's make it modern. One's called Black and one's called They Them. Instead of Black, what would be the new modern version? Biracial!
What's up, guys? I'm Gabby Wilson for MTV News, and I'm here with Logic.
I'm biracial!
We have the protagonist, Chrysanthemum Dandelion Sunflower, also called CDS. Oh my gosh, no, I want to change her name so it stands for IBS. Let's Google flowers that start with... Okay, so her surname can still be Sunflower. Iris Barrage Sunflower, I love it. Maybe Chrysanthemum Dandelion Sunflower can be her sister. Then we have a character called Bad Boy. No, let's call him Bad Boy Vampire. He calls himself the Bad Boy Vampire. But then... Why is this actually good though? So he calls himself Bad Boy Vampire and he's secretly a vampire, even though it's literally in his name. And then also the prophecy spoils it. Oh my gosh, can biracial and they them be like the two most iconic characters? And then you know how like Colleen Hoover loves to romanticize abusive relationships, so we can have Bad Boy Vampire. No, we need to make his name BBL. His name can be Lucifer, Bad Boy Lucifer. No, Bad Boy Lucifer the Vampire is his full name. Bad Boy Lucifer even needs to have a BBL. No, okay, so Bad Boy Lucifer has the Dorito build, so he only trains arms, but has a natural BBL, so he doesn't even like train legs. So like he has chicken legs, but then with chicken legs, so it actually looks like he has a BBL, because like you need the quads, you need the hamstrings, you need the calves in order to the BBL to like not look like a BBL, but in like you need the thighs to also be built. But then when people don't have that and they just have the BBL, that's how you can clock like, oh my gosh, you have a BBL. So but everyone thinks BBL actually has a BBL. Bad Boy Lucifer the Vampire. Guess we're just starting off on the characters section. So this is the characters. Oh my gosh, we also need to make them all fae because, oh my gosh, A Court of Thorn and Roses, I'm sorry, but that is actually such a bad book. It's literally just fae smashing on every single page. Except I don't want to write the smashing. And then, oh yeah, we need the other guy. Let's call him Nice Man, who is actually, oh my god, who's childhood friends with IBS. Basically, he's a doormat for IBS. And will literally do whatever she wants and is in love with her. Oh yeah, back to BBL though. Like, he is really possessive that he won't let her talk to Nice Man. No, not only Nice Man, but also biracial and they them. Biracial and they them are literally my favourite characters, and they don't have any personality traits yet apart from being biracial and using they them. Oh my gosh, okay, wait, so I'm gonna create different sections. So we're gonna have characters, and I know, like, okay, ideally I'd like do characters, then do plot, then do world building, and then other, but this is getting too good, okay? I have to like just flip from one to the other because this is actually gonna be the realistic version. The plot, oh my god, so in the romance there needs to be insta love. So like straight away, she is like, I'm gonna marry this man. Me when I'm on the ovulatory stage of the menstrual cycle and I see any guy who trains legs and doesn't have the Dorito build. Okay, so insta love. So MC sees BBL and BBL can be doing something. He can be beating up Nice Man. Oh my gosh, I just realized you haven't even done the villain yet. Oh my gosh, and then can we have like BBL and Nice Man actually like have an enemies to friends to lovers romance though? I actually need to write this because BBL bullies Nice Man because Nice Man is a nerd. He's a nerd with a sleeper build. He has a sleeper build. Let's call Nice Man Nerd. No, because he can't have the same name as Nerd from Boyfriends. Nerdalicious. Oh my god, and Nerdalicious doesn't have a Dorito build. Nerdalicious needs to have thick thighs. Has a sleeper build. This is so good. Yeah, I feel like this video should just be me outlining it. And then if you want another video of me writing it or outlining it in more detail, let me know because this is actually so good. IBS is insecure because her skin is too pale. Because I always read books and I'm just like, my skin is too pale. I'm like, bro, like who cares about your skin colour? I'm sorry, you can't have the golden tan look. Like, what? Her skin is too, and her eyes are too blue. No, her glistening ocean aquatic orbs. Her glistening aquatic. No, come on, we have to say bodacious. Okay, so for characters, we also need the villain. So the villain, for some reason, wants to kill everyone. Like, this is because, and he's not OP. He's not OP. He's really weak. Like, everyone can just defeat him super easily. He, for some reason, wants to kill everyone, and his motivation is being evil. He just has the evil going through his blood, and that is his motivation. Oh my gosh! Also, his minions are like clone troopers. They're just, we can literally call his minions clone troopers 2.0. And they are just easily defeated. Like, if you poke them, they'll just die. So, and also he randomly kills his minions for no reason. I feel like I tried to make the worst book ever, but it just turned into the best book ever. Oh my god, no, plot twist, BBL is related to IBS. He's a loner. He has no, like, fulfilling relationships in his life, no friends. He's just a loner. Oh my gosh, we also need an annoying child. Oh my god, the annoying child can be Chrysanthemum Dandelion Sunflower, aka CDS, the sister of IBS. Oh my gosh, we need to talk about golden eyes and golden hair, like Jace from, what's it called? Shadowhunters. Who should, okay, so bad boy Lucifer the vampire, aka BBL, needs to have contact lenses and dyed hair to give him beading black orbs. No, dark and mysterious black orbs. And he dyes his hair black. But his natural hair and eyes are gold. Things I hate are Omegaverse, but I don't think I want to ruin it that badly with these two. My goal to make the worst book is failing. But you know how like there was like a book called Kissing Coronavirus where like someone gets rizzed by coronavirus? Like let's say the villain wanted to genocide everyone by creating a virus and BBL is the virus. The coronavirus. Plot twist, BBL is corona. Is the coronavirus. Plot, we obviously need, okay, so it starts off with the main character looking in a mirror. Main character looks in a magic mirror and sees herself as having 2 blue eyes. Then she goes to, I don't know, she goes outside in her like magical forest, because I know this is trash but I need some of it to be good, you know, we love magical forests. Then insta love when the MC sees BBL beating up Nerdalicious, her childhood friend, and then like she's with they them and biracial. Oh gosh, then I just need to like space it and then put at the end plot twist, BBL is the coronavirus. Oh my gosh, also the whole prophecy chosen one thing as well. Also we need the info dumping, so we can just say a massive, no, it starts off before the MC looks in the mirror, it starts off with a prologue that is really boring and has nothing to do with the plot. Then after the boring prologue that has nothing to do with the plot, it starts with an info dump about the coronavirus. This is literally a masterpiece. The MC looks in her magic mirror and looks at herself as having 2 blue eyes and her wings glisten too much. Then she goes outside and then she sees BBL beating up Nerdalicious, her childhood friend who she cares about, and is like, this is my man, this is my husband. Marry me now, the man for me. And then they, them, biracial. Can they, them, and biracial be the only normal ones? Are like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, and then we have down below plot twist, BBL is the coronavirus. She stumbles across the prophecy. So can they, them, and biracial have like a really wholesome friendship? There's a prophecy that says IBS is destined to save the world from, you know, what's a bad villain name? Oh my gosh, you know how in like Avatar The Last Airbender live action, they also did info dumps, and they also for some reason in the original like show, nobody is white, but then in the main show, they made everyone white apart from the villains who they made Indian. Like what? Should I put that in? Okay, so there's a prophecy saying IBS is destined to save the world from Paramjeet and his coronavirus. This is so awful. ChatGPT also said we need to somewhere get the damsel in distress. So let's create a scene where, okay, so the main character's friendship group is they, them, biracial, obviously IBS herself, and then damsel. So, oh my gosh, and also, like, annoying child, chrysanthemum dandelion sunflower, like, is really annoying and, like, just her only trait is setting back the plot, because you know how in Ratatouille Remy is actually getting shit done and then Emile, his brother, the like brown rat, is just ruining it shit for him and he's not improving it, he's just making it worse for Remy, and then Remy literally would have achieved his goal if Emile wasn't in the plot, because I remember Emile just ruined everything. But like that's one of the flaws of Ratatouille, even though it's a really good film, right? And it's so annoying when the main character doesn't fail of a fault of their own, it's just the annoying sidekick. So that can be CDS. CDS, the annoying child, and her child tantrums ruin the plot. So because obviously IBS is really talented magically, even though she has like, because she's just a chosen one, she's naturally talented. So she needs CDS to hold her down, otherwise she'll be too powerful. You know how also in books, like it's really annoying when they show like the monarchy and all the people who have high status to be really, really great, and then everyone else is really bad, when in reality the monarchy is very corrupt. So in the book we can have the monarchy being really cool and slaying. Oh my gosh, should we make the main character a princess? Yeah, so the MC is a princess from the super corrupt monarchy who tax everyone, but nobody questions it because royalty. So then the MC is like the magical chosen one, she finds it out. This is so good. Okay, now we need to actually do this according to the hero's journey. I did, back in my outlining stage, have a whole detailed thing of the hero's journey, but I can't find that and I can't be bothered to write it for this. So instead, we're going to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is giving me a hero's journey template. I'm just going to copy it, paste it into my document, and then fill that out. And then normally to like flesh out the characters, I give them all something they want, something they need in order to achieve their want or like to change a goal, their like tragic anime backstory, and then how this tragic anime backstory like prevents them from achieving what they want to achieve. So I'm just going to fill this out for IBS, BBL and Nerdalicious. First I'll do characters and then I'll use ChatGPT's plot structure. So the main character wants to let's just say, because oh my god, no, the main character is ethical, so she doesn't kill. She's like, I don't murder. Let's do that. So the main character wants to stop Paramjeet without killing him. Without killing him because she's too ethical. But in order to do that, she needs to overcome her fatal flaw of being too clumsy. Nice. Should we just not give her, let's give her no tragic anime backstory. No, her tragic anime backstory is that she has to share her tax money, she has to share her tax money. Because literally the only people I know who complain about being too poor are rich. Like this girl was literally like, oh my god, I'm so poor. And her parents give her £20 every week, pay her rent, pay for her transport, pay for her food. Everything is covered and she still gets £20 every week. She's like, my parents are so horrible to me. I'm like, shut up. And then also like, I know a lot of international students who complain about how poor they are, but then they go to London every week and go on shopping sprees. And then the lie that this creates is that she's too clumsy because whenever she sees peasants, she falls because they're so disgusting. Then bad boy Lucifer is obviously evil. He wants to res IBS, but then he needs to, what does he need in order? He doesn't need to do anything because she's already rezzed. His tragic anime backstory can be, we never know, he just broods. Nerdalicious just wants to res IBS. He needs to get self-respect and stop being rizzed by IBS. Biracial and they them are just chilling. Damsel is just being a damsel. Okay, that is the character structure we have so far. Okay, now I'm gonna paste ChatGPT's character outline thing. Okay, first we start with the ordinary world. Introduction to the hero. The hero is introduced in their normal world, often facing mundane challenges or feeling a sense of dissatisfaction. So that can basically be the start where, no, obviously before that, we need to start with the prologue, the really boring prologue that has no relevance to the book, and then the info dump about the coronavirus. So we're going to put that above the ordinary world. Then it can start with the MC looks in the magic mirror and sees herself, and then she gets rizzed by BBL and Nerdalicious, and she's with they, them, and biracial. There we go. Introduction to the hero. That can just be the hero looking in the magic mirror and being like, oh my god, she falls over because she's too clumsy. Like, she crashes into the mirror because she's too clumsy. In the normal world, so the normal world is just her magical forest, facing mundane challenges or feeling a sense of dissatisfaction. Instead of that, she's looking at BBL beating up Nerdalicious, bad boy Lucifer the vampire beating up Nerdalicious, and they, them and biracial are just sitting there like, what the heck. Disruption of the status quo. The hero receives a challenge or invitation that initiates their journey. So the prophecy that says IBS is destined to save the world from Paramjeet and his coronavirus. Also, we already know about Paramjeet and the coronavirus because of the info dump at the start. Gosh, no, the mirror scene starts off in the main character's castle. Poor and how hard it is to be a princess. It's a disruption to the status quo is like the prophecy like appears and it says IBS is destined to save the world from Paramjeet and his coronavirus, and she's the chosen one, so no one else can do it apart from her. They, them and biracial have a really wholesome friendship. Just gonna put that in there. Annoying how, okay, no, that's just like everything else. There we go. status quo is that the prophecy basically, and then we can say they, them and biracial like join IBS to help her on her mission. Optional, the refusal to the call, the hero hesitates or refuses. So we can say the hero hesitates and then Paramjeet kidnaps damsel in distress, and then she's like, okay, I need to do it. The reason Paramjeet kidnaps damsel is because his only personality trait is being evil. Mentor, guidance. The hero meets a mentor who provides advice, magical training, assistance to help them. Let's say BBL is the mentor. So the monarchy is like IBS. You need to train in order to defeat Paramjeet. So you have to train with your mentor, IBS. Oh my god, okay, wait, let's quickly skip to world building because I want to think about the magic system. So basically, with the magic system, the way it's gonna work is that there's no, like, in the book I'm currently writing, like, not this book, my actual book, every single time the characters uses magic, they have to, like, pay something called their cost. So it could be either, like, they break a finger, like, involuntarily, they don't do it, their body just naturally breaks their finger. So on every page, people are breaking their fingers, people are bleeding, people are ripping off their fingers, people are breaking their arms. It's insane. But in this, there's going to be no consequence at all, and the main character just has naturally talented at magic. Okay, wait, let me ask ChatGPT what is the worst type of what is the worst and most overdone, most cliche magic system? Inconsistent rules. Yeah, that's what I already said. Unlimited power with no cost. Oh yeah, inconsistent rules. So every 2 seconds, the character's power can change. We also give IBS rainbow colored eyes. No, she has blue pools. Never mind. Except her blue pools have a rainbow sheen to it. Like in the sunlight, they look rainbow. In the plot, if she like needs to lose for a bit, even though she never loses, it's just her little sister Chrysanthemum Dandelion Sunflower ruining shit. Then what happens is she like can't use her magic or something, but then randomly she can use her magic. Like it just changes whenever the plot wants it to, and like we don't even know what her magic is. It just changes every 2 seconds. Like there's no cost. Does everyone have magic or does only IBS? There's no explanation. It's like sometimes if the other characters have magic, they randomly have it, but then if the plot doesn't need to, we're just gonna forget about them. They actually don't have magic. And then IBS can literally use whatever magic she wants, and then obviously she lives in the fey forest of magic in the royal palace. My voice is tired. Okay, so it says entering the unknown. The hero leaves the familiar world and crosses into the new unknown world of adventure. Okay, oh my god, let's make a map. Let's make a map. Okay, so we obviously have the Forest of Magic, which is where IBS is. Then we have Paramjeet. Let's just call his place India. Other scary forest. So basically half of the world is going to be really pretty, and then half of the world we're going to have basically like India, but like no basically, so the world is split into 2 halves. We have basically the Forest of Magic and the Royal Kingdom. The main character is from the Royal Kingdom, which is within the Forest of Magic. And then half of the world is the Forest of Magic, and then half of the world is Scary Forest, and then half of the world is Forest of Magic. And then in the Forest of Magic is the Royal Kingdom, which is where the main character is from. In the Scary Forest is India 2.0, and then just other random places. Like, we'll just magically come up with them as we go along. Also, Nerdalicious somehow has to be involved in this, though. So basically, IBS says they have to go to various places to train, and then Nerdalicious comes with them because he likes IBS so much. And then BBL and Nerdalicious like fight 24/7, or BBL broods in the corner. Then we can have they enter unknown worlds of adventure. So we can say they go to other places apart from the kingdom with the peasants, as you will, in the magic forest. And it's IBS's first time seeing peasants. It tests allies and enemies, and it says challenges of growth. The hero faces tests, makes allies, and encounters enemies. These experiences help the hero grow and prepare. No, the hero does not grow, okay? The hero is already perfect, so why would IBS have to grow? Instead, we can have IBS fails because of chrysanthemum having a temper tantrum 24/7. Yeah, they can meet like cool allies in different forests and stuff. Approach the inmost cave. Preparation for the ordeal. Hero approaches the central crisis of the journey, facing doubts. Oh yeah, okay. And then we can say they make it to Death Forest, or whatever I called it. What did I call it? Scary Forest. They make it to Scary Forest and are close to Porumjeet. Oh yeah, we should also make it so that Porumjeet is never mentioned. Like he's mentioned in the prologue, but he's never seen. We only ever see him at the end. Like that's what it's like. Like we never get any experience of Porumjeet. We don't get to see him at all. He just randomly is at the end, and that's the only time we hear about him is in the info dump at the start. And also this entire thing needs to have like info dump. So I'm just gonna put info dump 24/7. The hero approaches the central crisis of the journey. Then it's followed by the hero confronts the most difficult challenge, victory and transformation. Okay, it's basically for those two we can say main character finds Porumjeet, fights him but fails because of chrysanthemum. CDS, they just chucked CDS away. No, CDS just like randomly shuts up. So we can say, oh yeah, before they find Porumjeet they need to fight, so we can just say win against Porumjeet because CDS sleeps. CDS has a nap. Before that we can say the stormtroopers or the clone troopers. Clone trooper fight but MCs win instantly. Obviously I have to put in the romance with IBS, and then also the nerdalicious love triangle, and then also the plot twist that vampire himself, BBL the vampire, is also the coronavirus. Honestly, I've had enough of this. I feel like I did achieve my goal. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other video ideas, or you'd like me to see other video, or you'd like me to make other videos like this, perhaps next I can make the best book ever, except that's the book I'm already writing, but like who knows, then say that, or like any other ideas.